Okay, so now we're going to look at how to graph two intervals, such as what you see here. So when you're working on these types of problems in Newton Alta, the palette is going to look like this. And so remember, these are called switches. Those orange things that you see are called switches. So let's look at that first one. How are we going to graph this first one using what you see here? All right, so notice I want to go from -3 to 4, union 6 to 8. Notice though that all of these have parentheses except for the 6. And let's start with -3. So so here is -3. Oops. All right, so that's -3. And by the way, if you wanted -2.5, you just move it. See where that first one, where that pointer is right here? That's at -2.5. But I want to go from -3, so I'm gonna have to move a bunch of stuff here. -3 to 4. See, it kind of moves it along. So -3 to 4, like you see here. All right. And I need these to be parentheses. So here they have to be open circles. So you see that blue segment right here? That's closed. That's closed. So I need to turn the switch down to make it open, turn this switch down to make this open. And so now I have -3 to 4. Open circles corresponds to parentheses. And then I want to go from 6 to 8, from 6 to 8. So I'm going to move this one all the way to 8 like this, and then move this one to 6. And the 6 has a bracket, so that's going to correspond to a closed circle, which it already is. But the 8 has parentheses, so I need to turn that switch down to make it open. And so now you've graphed -3 to 4, both of them being parentheses, and then bracket 6 to 8 parentheses. Okay, so let's go to the next one. -infinity to 2, union 7 to infinity. Again, notice that that 2 is the only one with a bracket. Okay, so for -infinity, you're going to move, see where you have -infinity on this side you have +infinity. So you're going to move this one all the way to the right until you see that arrow pointing to, I'm sorry, all the way to the left until you see that arrow pointing to the left. And then I want to go to 2. So I'm going to move this to 2, but notice that this is bracket. This right here is open circle. I got to turn that switch up to make it now closed. And then I'm going to go from 7 to infinity. So I move this all the way to infinity. See the arrow? And 7 with parentheses. So you see this is closed, right? So since 7 has parentheses, I need to make it open. So I move it down to make it open. Okay? And so now I have -infinity to 2 with a bracket, and then 7 parentheses to infinity. All right? Now let's look at one more. So we want to go from -3 to 4. So move this to -3 just like this. But it's a bracket, right? So I got to see this is open right now. So I got to move the switch up to make it bracket, and all the way to 4. So let's go to 4 with parentheses. See, it's closed circle. So I got to make it open circle. So I'm going to turn the switch down. So now I'm going from -3 to 4, bracket at -3, 4 parentheses, and then 6 to infinity. So I already have the infinity. I just got to move this back to 6, but it's a bracket, right? So I got to move this, the switch up to make it a bracket. All right, so this is -3 to 4. So closed circle corresponds to bracket, open circle corresponds to parentheses, and then union 6 to infinity with the bracket at 6. So you see a closed circle. All right, so that is the quick review on how to graph interval notation in Newton Alta.